Today, Precarious plays
MegaMan Battle Network 2.
When you get to a certain level, passive perception is so high that you would have to make the DC on a lot of things really crazy. So, like, if you're in a room and you're just looking for something, it's not like you have X-ray vision at any particular point.
Well, I think that if you got... I think there's a feat that increases your passive perception by 5.
Mm-hmm.
Its base is 10, so that would make the base 15. If you had like a bard or a rogue that took expertise in perception, I'm pretty sure... I'm pretty sure that winds up letting them get like a 10-ish, 10 or higher. Plus wisdom, which might be another 3 or 4. Let's just go ahead and say 12, because I think that's still reasonable. If you took that feat, you could wind up with like a 27 passive perception. And that
makes me, as a DM, feel like I should either make you roll for everything just on the off chance that you're having a bad day.
And you get a 1.
Yeah. Or make you like when you walk into a room, I yell at you all of the features of the room. There is a chair, there is a book on the chair, there is a desk with 6 pieces of paper.
At that point in the game,
that's just what should be happening.
If someone specializes in that to that degree, then I feel like honestly the thing to do is hit him with the fist of death.
Just be like, you know every...
Sorry, I'm surprised at the description of the... It's a very unassuming...
Fist of death.
The bronze fist. It makes me fearful for what the silver fist will do.
Might be the fist of life.
We shall not speak of the gold fist. But seriously, I think at that point... Oh, damn, dog. I think that's an actual another copy of Sword L. That's perfect.
Yay.
I don't think that that's like... I think that he gave me all of those chips because I don't think I had that bronze fist thing at all. So that's wonderful.
Cool.
Yeah, so now I have 2 folders so I can do like different setups. Anyway, I just want to say that for the purposes of D&D, yeah, if someone is at 16th level and they are a bard or a rogue who have taken expertise in perception and if they have an above average wisdom score, yeah, I mean, it's just... At that point, the only thing that should escape them, it should be magical shit. It should be, like, this wall, this secret door doesn't read as a secret door to them because a stone-shaped spell is cast from, like, an artifact that's hanging on the other side to warp the stone out of the way as like an enemy spellcaster like steps toward it.
Right.
You know, with like a matching artifact, like a matching icon.
Got it. Hide things with magic.
Yeah, you've gotta, because I mean at that point, I mean it's something, it's a mundane thing that should slow down low-level adventurers, but after a certain point, you're fucking Sherlock Holmes. You know, just like, as far as like the perceiving goes, like you are that level of like you walk in and you see the blood splatter, you see the weapon hidden in the corner in the vase because of the red smear on the lip of the vase. You get all of that. There's no reason not to. And I think that's one thing that I even see like famous DMs do. Like one of my personal pet peeves, I watch a lot of Chris Perkins between Acquisitions Incorporated and Dice Camera Action. And one of the things that I think it's really weird that he does is he asks for a lot of perception rolls. I think just to give people the opportunity to
screw up?
No, not even to screw up. I feel like he sets a really low DC. What I'm imagining to just be like 5 or 10. So he gives people the opportunity to roll mainly just to see who notices it first.
Maybe he just uses it to draw people's attention to particular objects. Like if I have to roll perception to look at this, it must be important, right?
No, I mean, like, here's the thing. I understand, on the one hand, why he has people roll, why he may be having people roll. Because maybe the idea is you don't want to have one person perpetually be, like, the noticer.
Yeah.
The noticer. Because it'd probably be, I think, it'd be Dieth. In the example of Dice Camera Action, I'm pretty sure that Dieth would perpetually be the guy. He would be, like, the bearer of bad news, right?
Yeah.
He would always be the one where it's like, you hear the fluttering of dragon wings, the flapping, the dire, portentous flapping of really big, like, leathery wings.
Jangling treasure around. It seems to be in a large pile in a cavernous abyss.
I mean, I think it would always wind up being put on him, and I think it may just be to give everyone an opportunity to, like, get their like moment in the camera.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes the other characters get to be like, guys, there's a thing coming over the hillside, right? But honestly, I personally feel like, in that case specifically, I feel like that character has taken the alert feat. Whatever, I think he's taken a feat that increases his passive perception. So I feel like it's fine if you have, like, a group scout, like a group, well, like a professional noticer, like the one that just
Like a
notices all. No, I'm just saying, like, yes, in this case, technically, but they have a bard, so it could have been the bard. The point is, in my own groups, I don't mind having one character pull ahead and just use their passive perception, and they're always just, because, like, it feels different, not always awarding it to, like, the same character, but on the player side of things, they're all getting the information immediately anyway in 90% of cases, you know? It's just something weird that I've noticed. I noticed a lot of people do it. I do it sometimes.
Well, and
where
I've noticed it
like,
too, and I'm like, I don't know what is more fun, because, like, I'm less concerned with what's right exactly, as long as it's not completely broken, but, like, what's more fun?
Well, I think that...
It really depends on who you're playing with.
No, I think at low levels, or during, like, a drought, like a rolling drought, yeah, sure, ask for a perception check. It is statistically improbable that everyone, if you have, like, a group of 4 players, that everyone is going to roll so low that you don't get to relay vital information that the game needs relayed to progress. Because that's one of the dangers of having people roll, right? Because whenever you have someone roll, if the information is important to advancing, like, the narrative of the day, maybe just don't have them roll. Just give it to them. Just say what needs to be said to inform their decision making, right? You don't have to be afraid to just say, yeah, one of you hears talking on that side of the door. That is so mundane that I don't even know if I would have low-level characters roll for something like that. But anyway, by the high-end portion of the game, right? Once you are above, like, 8th level, that is so mundane. You can only ask for so many rolls. You can only have so many little, like, micro conflicts. So many little scenarios over the course of a play session. You have to think, what could I have had them do instead of that? And usually the answers are almost always more interesting than searching a room 3 times, making a series of rolls. Whenever the passive perception just covers it. Did I answer your question? I feel like we got way off topic.
You answered my question way, way more than...
Well, that's what you get for interrupting me when I'm fighting a gate man.
Well, it's a philosophical question, despite
He was
how
a
clear
whole-
it seems.
He was a man, but he was also a gate.
The simple question that seems to have a simple answer is, in the
Hey.
rules...
He makes a better door than he does a window. I've never understood that phrase. Please explain it to me.
You're joking, right? You make a better door than you do a window?
Move out of the way horizontally rather than trying to move out of the way vertically? No, I don't actually understand it.
No, windows you can see through. Doors you cannot. You make a better door
But-
than you do a window, so if someone's trying to look past you at something, then you are acting as a door. And yes, I do realize that some doors are screen doors and some doors have glass panels in them.
And blinds.
And blinds. Yes! Yes! There are hiccups in this analogy, but for the most part, doors are solid
Uh-huh.
and do not let through light.
Okay.
So you are more opaque than you are transparent.
Why don't they just say that then? I'm sorry, did I answer your question?
I guess. We'll have to talk about it more because it's like a philosophical debate more than a question, even though it seems like a simple question. Do you ask people who have a passive perception score that is rather high to roll on a perception check that is going to be lower than their passive perception? And the answer is, most of the time, no. It's kind of a pain and it's annoying, but some of the time, yes, because it can be entertaining.
Yeah,
That's the answer. That's the answer that you gave me.
Look, I'm the kind of DM where I will end a fight with enemies still alive. I will drop initiative and just be like, no, you have them in such a compromising position, they're done. They give up.
They give up, they leave.
Their lives are in your hand. Just say what you want to have happen, and that's what will happen. Because we can drag this out for another 5 or 6 turns.
But we all know where this is going by now.
Maybe one of you winds up using another spell slot on command. Probably not, and I don't want to do it. Any other questions? Explain to me this whole door and window travesty again, if you don't mind. 'Cause I'm pretty sure it's some real bullshit.
You're joking, right? You know that it's not an episode? You're joking, right?
No, I'm being 100% serious. I've always hated that. That was something my dad used to say a lot. And I'd always stand there and be like, I mean, they can both, like, it's not even, because they're both things that can be moved. Like, they're these mechanical objects, so it doesn't even work well. Because, I mean, the window goes up, and that's fine, and the door slides out of the way, or
It should be
arcs,
you make a better
it's
wall
fine.
than you do a window.
Ooh!
Or it should be.
Ooh!
But it's not.
That's a good one. I'm gonna write that down.